Hello, hello, hello. This is Lisa with Inspired Heart Intuitive, and I'm here to help you live a spirit-led and prosperous life. Aries. November. I know, guys, I only put up water, right? How I put up her own stuff. So, happy Halloween, because I am recording this on Halloween. This is going to be Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries. We're going to do this, and a little bit later we'll do all the rest of the fire signs, at least tonight. So I've seen any of the water signs at all, guys. If you've been cross-watching, we're changing things up a little bit. So part is going to be more, I could say channeled, because that's like what a lot of people understand. But the spiritual message are going to receive from spirit, and then we will, if directed, then go to tarot. Okay, so I'm going to tarot cards first, and then we'll go from there. What do we have for Aries, please? November 2018, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for 2018. Okay, what came out was the Nine of Swords in the upright, the Star in the upright, the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and then Justice. And I'm reading these only in upright. So Aries, you've had a lot of worry and concern, and because things just don't seem to be falling right now. Things seem to be discombobulated. People that you thought were your stalwarts, were your pillars in life, it's like they're kind of fading away a little bit. They're not as much of a pillar as before. And you're pushing and you're trying to reignite a fire. And it appears that you're losing hope. It's keeping you up because you're so concerned about whether or not, do they still love me? Do they still care for me? Are they still in my corner? Will they be a business partner? Will they still be my friend? Family issues as well. You've been having family issues. You've been having a lot of situations where you understand and know the truth, and you see the truth for what it is, and you're finally finding your voice. Your throat chakra has been activated, your soul has been activated even more so than normal, and you're finally finding your voice to speak on it without really knowing what the outcome is. And it's not that you're saying these things in hate or not in love. Because Aries, you truly do love these individuals. You truly want the best for them. You want them to live a higher conscious life. You want them to stop living in this lower energy where it's always struggles. It's always struggles. But you yourself are still fighting some of that lower nature. You're so aggressive, but not in a bad way. You walk around with the fire burning in you at all times. And this desire for new experiences and this desire for new ways of living, you're seeing as a higher and deeper way to live. You made some missteps along the way, but nothing that has not been able to be corrected. You've made some missteps, but what those missteps have taught you is the value of listening to others. It's taught you the value of getting good counsel. Yeah. And it's taught you the value. There are sometimes you need to pump the brakes, Aries. There are some moments where you actually need to dim that fire down just a little bit and simmer instead of always boiling over. But you've learned the right recipe. A little of this, a dash of that, a hint of this, and then it all comes together to a beautiful, aromatic, fragrant, delicious, nourishing brew. Hope springs eternal within you. Hope springs eternal within you. Do not forget what your purpose is. You veered off a little bit from it, and that's just because you've been exploring and you've had some great adventures. You've met some amazing people and been able to interact and collaborate with the people that I've put you in front of. And you've seen others from a distance and saying, yes, they have that light that I'm seeking. Yes, they have that wisdom I'm looking for. Yes, they get me. They understand me. Yes, I am safe, or I think I might be safe. I'm not sure if I can reach out to them quite yet, though. But yes, everything they're saying is feeding my life purpose. It's making that childlike energy explode within me with great excitement as gift this gift of purpose, this gift of promise opens in front of me. Hope springs eternal. And because of that hope, you're going to find in November that if you're willing to move with me and make some small sacrifices, you have to go to places or be around people that you might really not want to be around a lot, that you have deftly, very carefully made sure that, yes, they knew that you still cared and they knew that you loved them and they knew they were still in your life. And I'm talking about family and friends. But you're going to have to make but you have around them. And for good reason, because you needed to build yourself up. That significant person, for some of you, they needed a little separation from you because your light was burning too brightly. It was overshadowing. It was hurtful instead of being inspiring and empowering. But don't worry, they're not going anywhere. They just needed to pull back a little. Now, for the greater numbers of you, because you're willing to make the sacrifice and go and be with these that you haven't really wanted to be around. And again, you've learned a lot and you've grown a lot because of that. But when you return this, when you are in their presence this time, you will be in their presence a healed person, squares back straight up, head held high. You're coming back in a more healed state. And being is going to help you identify what is left within you, because beloved, it's layer upon layer. And then we find, and even the roots don't get dug up all at one point. They don't get dug up all in one motion. It's little by little. I take all the root out. It would injure you greatly. So as you're around these people in November, this time of coming together, this time of family, this time of friends, this time of reunification, as as a more self-partnered and whole and healed person, see in them some of the roots that lie within you. And now we can dig them up. And now we can dig them up. And then the wellspring of spirit flows. And then the wellspring of joy flows. And the wealth flows. And from that overflow, as it spills into the rest of your life, yes, ignites. You see, water is not always bad, my fiery ones. Water is not always bad. The fire is there to cleanse, and the fire is there to try, and the fire is there to pure. But there's a need for life-giving water. So let me give that life-giving spirit water to you. It will well up and overflow. Some of the fires that you've not figured out why they burn so brightly, why the anger, why the angst, why the anxiety, why the rage, why the indecision, why is it not clear? Because there's so much smoke, because those are the fires that will be quenched. And in its stead will come balance. And so you get back. As you reap, so you sow. And when you're no longer reaping anxiety and anger and angst and rage and indecision, you will then instead be sowing love, calm, peace, wholeness, and purpose. That is an environment in which I can work. That is an environment in which abundance flows. So take the cup as it overflows, the living water. Let the living water flow all over you and around you, so that what springs up from it are trees, oak trees, life-giving trees. What springs from it is communication, is fragrant rose. What springs from it is life-giving harvest to the world as I've designed you to do so. Okay. So that is the spiritual portion of the message. Yes. I'm going to pull a few cards here. We'll pull a few cards. Understanding. You see, November is a time for completion for all of us. November is a very, very important for us all. Especially those that have gotten out of the matrix, right? Very and very important time for us all, especially those that have come out of the matrix. Because as we are greater way enlightened and we ascend further, this level of completion of a deep understanding of our life, a deep understanding of how love activates it and love motivates it, a deep understanding of there to give to others, and the setting on a path. Like, this is the month to slow down just a hair, spend more time in the morning and at night, Aries, meditate. It's the theme. I've been told already that's the theme for everyone, because Spirit is trying to communicate with us. And in our busy life, we just we don't spend time listening. And then we say, but Spirit, you're moving so fast. Spirit, you're moving so fast. And Spirit is saying, I know, you got to keep up. You've been too busy with all the third dimensional stuff. I need you here. I'll guide you for here, but I need you here. So in November, with the energies that have been coming in, with the active, with the illumination energy, with this energy we're in tonight, where it's a shaking, right, of our foundation, forcing us to look at our how we interact with the world and with spirit in a deeper way, and forcing up a little bit, to shake things up a little bit, to look at life and say, I have listened to the leadings of spirit in one way through this filter, but no longer. Or I've not truly forgiven myself or loved myself in this area. Or these are life trauma or current life trauma that have yet to be unhealed. And I need to get through these. So my future is bright, and my future is full of purpose and plan. So in order to do, we have to slow our physical body down and our mental, our thought life down, to the point that the spirit has the opportunity to take full control and be full reign in what it's doing. It needs to be the leader of our life. It needs to be our leader, especially for those of us that are light workers. And there's some of us that are out here that think, well, I'm not quite a worker, right? There's degrees, there's differences, there's levels. My point being is it's time to kind of come out of these shadows. There is light and dark. There's light and dark. And those lines are about to be drawn in even a greater. I've seen a lot of Aries in my life activated, or that I've been talking to. There's this activation of like, I got to get into, I have to speak my purpose, right? I have to speak to people. I have to lead people. I have to light people's fire. You guys are the fire starters. You guys are the first sign of the zodiac. You're the fire starters. And you activate and motivate and inspire people to do great things, to take chances they would never have taken before. So it's very imperative that you get your marching orders, though, run off. Okay? This month, the Ace of Pentacles in the upright, new starts. I mean, tremendous, life-changing new starts. Life-changing. The Ace of Pentacles says to me, purpose. It says to me, provision. It says to me, stability. Starting this new thing. This is the new thing that's going to carry you through. Now that might be, it might be a business that this is your purpose. It might be something that's online that's your purpose to start, right? It might be, speaking or inspiring people this way. It could be anything. Okay? But I do see Aries a lot in being like public speaking type people, right? That you guys are shouting things from the rooftops. You guys are just lighting fires everywhere, right? But this is stable. I like this better than the Ace of Wands. Of Wands says it's a passion, but it could burn out, right? It's a great passionate thing, but it could burn out. This says passion, but stability. So this is for the Two of Swords also has come. That says to me you're going to have to make decisions. Any Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. And the Nine of Swords is here as well. So again, this has been keeping you up because this is there's people that are kind of in and out of your life, and this is the season right now. This is the time frame. This is the energy right now. People are in and out. People are just kind of moving, that are not really for you and for your purpose and your plan. That there's victory at the end of this month, or at the end of it all, really. So with the Two of Swords in, you're going to have some decisions to make, and you'll be able to make. Again, the Two of Swords always says to me, you need to depend upon spirit, and the leading of the spirit and the leading of your true self in order to make those decisions. And here's the star. So this is going right along with the spiritual message that I got from the other cards. Choose hope, choose love, empty yourself of yourself, empty out and just hear, because you'll be led to what's excellent most. With the Eight of Swords and the I'm not gonna say in the upright anymore. We're just gonna read them. With the Eight of Swords, I feel that you know, structure, because I do believe this. See, this Earth energy for a new start gives you structure, and you guys are. I don't like structure. I feel trapped. But you don't like to be controlled, right? So instead of control, think of it as structure. There's fluidity and movement. There's give and take within a structure. No one's controlling. You need to get control of your life. You need to set specific intentions, and then structure around it is also fluidity. So while, for instance, I wake up in the morning and I meditate, there's fluidity. I might meditate in my bed. I might get up and meditate in the chair beside my bed, on my yoga mat while I'm stretching. There's fluidity, but there's a time, an intent time. There's fluidity in my time that I get. I listen to either inspirational messages or inspirational music. And then there's a little bit of fluidity in the message that I bring in the Heart of Inspiration, and then on Inspired Heart Intuitive. There's fluidity there. When I feel the most constrained is, of course, when I have to be at my job from 9 to 5:30. That's when I'm constrained. But I've even learned to find fluidity within that as well. So do not feel trapped. Remember, you can get up. You can get up. Those feet ain't broken. Those feet ain't broke. Get up and walk right out of it. Fluidity within structure. And also, if you notice here, I love this as well. With the swords, they are part, air is flowing. None of them are touching. None of them are cutting. It's fluid structure. Also, in November, Eight of Pentacles, you are going to work on this Ace of Pentacles start for you. Is going to be so, you're going to be very passionate about it. You're going to want to put in a lot of hard work into it, and you're going to need to. But remember, find the joy in everything. You're going to enjoy doing this, even though it's going to be difficult work, or it's going to take a lot of time and energy. High Priestess in the upright. The High Priestess. Follow your intuition. You are being spirit-led at every turn, Aries. This is the 11th month of the year 2018 that adds up to 11. If this isn't a significant year, I have no idea what is. So you have the opportunity to either grab a hold to it or let it go. You by. But I'm saying, Aries, beyond a shadow of a doubt, if you're listening to me now, if you're watching this replay, November is the month of a tremendous shift for you, and that you will move a great way into your life purpose. Even if that move is just spiritual, which is the most important thing anyway, to move spirit your life purpose. Become in alignment with your life purpose. That's how you're going to have long-lasting success. Alignment with your life purpose. And the activation in November that happens because of that, and the foundation out because of that, is eternal in nature. You are both fulfilling purpose here and for your future life or lives. There is an eternal, infinite mission you have. those of us who have come out of the matrix and are enlightened. Here we have the Hierophant in the up here, the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. Again, this is all surrounding spirit, faith, purpose. This is structure. You are going to be in a little bit of, because you need that time. However, you're going to be moving quickly and with much passion. You'll be learning lessons, amazing quickness this month. And we are going to talk to everybody about being in balance, because the Six of Pentacles and the Justice card has come up all the time, every day. Spirit is saying to us, come into balance, find your balance. We're going to talk about balance. We have to have it. We have to remain rooted and grounded. Okay. I thank you for listening. Thank you, Mahmoud, and thank you, Heather, for being here. If please consider liking and subscribing, the bells, you know when I come on. Also, please consider going to heartofinspiration.net if you would like a private or chakra clearing, energy healing. And also there are online classes, and it's available to you. Self-partnering downloads. We'll be doing the self-partnering class again this coming Tuesday, November 6th. And every other week thereafter. Purchase the digital download if you can't make it. And then we are starting spiritual ministry classes again. Also consider going to the other YouTube channel where we do the private teaching. All right, I'm done with the commercials. Thank you again. November's so important. November's so important. It's so important. So please stay tuned to this channel and Heart of Inspiration. Know the information, the downloads, the channel the messages, the prophetic messages, whatever you want to call them, that are going to be coming. You got to pay attention. All right, guys. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. If inspired, I love each and every one of you. Namaste. Bye-bye.